Arsène Wenger is still dreaming of his last piece of silverware as Arsenal manager before his imminent departure this summer. Wenger announced last week that he would step down from his position of 22 years as Gunners boss following their final match of the Premier League season at Huddersfield. However, the Frenchman will be hoping to make the Europa League final, on May 16, his last match in charge of the North London club, who can keep the dream alive by securing the advantage in their semi-final first leg with Atletico Madrid at the Emirates. On Thursday night. The 2006 Champions League final defeat by Barcelona remains Wenger's only real crack at winning a European title, and it seems fitting that claiming Europe's second-tier competition would be the perfect send-off. With this in mind, and a top-four finish out of the question, Wenger will be going all out to follow in Holder's Manchester United's footsteps. And so will his players. Mohamed El-Neni was absent from Arsenal training after suffering an ankle ligament injury as his teammates stormed to a 4-1 victory over West Ham on Saturday. El-Neni was carried off on the stroke of half-time at the Emirates and is a doubt to feature again this season before he sets sail with Egypt for this summer's World Cup. If Arsenal are to progress, they will need to have not only their wits about them, but also their biggest stars. Mesut Ozil, who trained on Wednesday, is one they hope will feature after sitting out the recent games against Newcastle, a 2-1 defeat, and West Ham, a 4-1 win. Jack Wilshere was another midfielder in action at Arsenal's training ground, having also missed the Gunners' last two matches against the Magpies and the Hammers. The 26-year-old, who has featured in all but one of Arsenal's Europa League games this season, is hoping to continue his fine form in the competition used as stabilizers to aid his recovery following a leg fracture, and will hope to appear on Thursday night. First-choice goalkeeper has been preferred in Premier League competition this season, but featured in both legs of Arsenal's quarter-final tie with CSKA Moscow, and is likely to get the nod for both last four legs. Danny Welbeck, who has 3 European goals in as many matches for the Gunners, will be hopeful of nailing down a starting spot ahead of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and Alexander Lacazette. The striker scored in the second leg of their quarter-final showdown with CSKA as well as a brace against AC Milan in March. Arsenal have only failed to score more than twice in 4 of their 12 competition matches since their opening group game in September. The impressive record has seen them become the competition's top scorers with 29 goals, and will see themselves as favourites to edge the tie and reach the final. However, having entered the competition in the knockout stages, after a poor show in the Champions League, Atletico have netted 15 goals in only 6 matches and will no doubt pose a dangerous attacking threat.